Hey, it's me. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think it's day 46 of the Hurricane Sandy aftermath. So work continues. Still clearing out some. I'm still clearing out waterlogged stuff um, and trapped water. Hopefully this week I can finish up that process and then start tackling the mold. So, but new development is I'm not just contending with mold and sewage water. I'm contending with wildlife too, because with items that well, first of all, I have no place to put anything because, you know, everything's, what's not going out to the curb. I had to get everything out, and so stuff that I needed to maybe clean up later, I put aside. I put it in the garage, hoping to get it later, and then I find out that all the stuff is being shredded in the garage. Yeah, there's like mice or something that's using it for bedding. So that plan backfired, and and then today, well, guess what? Mice are tracked. There was a cat. Yes, I got. So all the stuff that I was trying to that I was going to try to save, clean up after, now is ruined between the mice shredding it and the cat doing its number on it, and I finally was able to lure the cat out with some cat food, and just minutes ago, it left. And so the cat's out. I don't know if the cat ate the mice or not, but it must have been in there for a few days because the last time I had the door open was several days ago. It was at least maybe 3, 4 days ago. So that's when the animal, the cat that is, got in there. The mice probably just go underneath the garage doors. They can squeeze in things. I got this. Remember, several videos ago I showed you my guitar. I think I called it As My Guitar Gently Weeps or something. I found my very first guitar. It was like a toy guitar. I'll show it to you later. Yeah, so these were the originals, Ambassadors of Life newsletters, the master copies that I was going to try to save. And I put them in here in the garage here in a bag, whatever, and it's been knocked over and literally torn to shreds by I guess the cat that got trapped in here. So along with artwork and laser discs that I was going to try to save. Yeah, this is a board game that's literally mounted on a board. Maybe that's where it got its name, board game. Hey, so you remember a few videos ago I showed you my guitar that I was hoping didn't get too damaged. The pickups got rusty in the water, and the case I had to throw away that got moldy, and what else? There was something else. Whatever. The guitar probably can be saved, but as cleaning up more stuff, more waterlogged stuff. This I don't. Hopefully, I don't know if this got wet or not. It might have on the very bottom, but this is my very first guitar, mod guitar. It's more or less a toy. Let me see if I can better show this to you. Now, how is this for? This was the first guitar that I actually played. It was actually, I mean, it's like a toy, but it actually played. I mean, there's real guitar strings on it, and no lessons needed. Songbook included with instructions. Mod guitar. That's what I started on when I was a little youngling. There's some other things I unearthed. I don't know if they're worth anything there, but they're old. They date to 1969 and 70. This is a old McCall's magazine, Christmas 1969, and I believe that's isn't that Carol Burnett or Mrs. Joe Hamilton? Oh, Carol Burnett. I was right. Life magazine, May 14th, 1971, and behind that, Life magazine. I don't know if that's, I'm not a sports person. I think that's Muhammad Ali, I think, or Fraser, Pounds Ali, March 19th, 1971, 50 cents. So most of you know I'm a big science fiction fan, and it started at a very young age. I've always been a science fiction fan, and you know, I had you know, the Star Trek 8-inch, you know, figures, whatever, dolls, Miko dolls, whatever. Also at the time, this is before Star Wars and all that, before the whole Star Wars toy craze happened. The only thing before that really was the Star Trek ones, the Planet of the Apes, and then there was the $6 Million Man. And I still have, as fragile as it may be, the $6 Million Man. Steve Austin, his eye's like that because he has a bionic eye. I'm not going to show you his arm because it's probably going to fall apart, but he has a bionic arm as well, and legs. Things you discover when disaster strikes. Well, there were tons of other magazines. Unfortunately, when I'm working, I have my gloves on and I can't operate the iPhone, so I couldn't show it to you. But magazines dating back to the 1960s, Rolling Stone magazines from the 70s. I used to collect. Well, I used to collect, and I had to trash them because of the flood, because of Sandy, from 1980s. But and I'm assuming this might have been my sister, or could have been my brother collecting them. I believe it was my sister though. Rolling Stones from the early 70s as well, the Rolling Stone magazine, that is. But speaking of which, speaking of that time era, a little bit before that, and then the late 60s, and back when the Beatles were still around, I had to trash a lot of Beatles memorabilia. Yeah, as painful as it is. This bag are actually waterlogged Beatle cards. Yeah, I'm sure they had a hard day's night with Sandy, but unfortunately there's not much light now to show you. Ironically, I brought them outside to show you because there'd be more light outside, but the sun is setting. Beatle cards, I'm using the flash now on my camera. I should have thought of that earlier. But yeah, these are the Beatle cards.